Welcome to fourth grade language. This is lesson 156. We're going to be looking at pages 241 to 243. And so yesterday we started looking at lay and lie. So we're going to take a look at our board again. So we have lie. Remember it means, and we're going to say these with me, okay, lie means to recline. Its principal parts are lie, lying, lay, have, lain. All right, I'll read the sentence. Matt lay under a tree. Okay? Troublesome verbs, lay. Okay? Lay means to put or place something. Its principal parts are lay, laying, laid, have, laid. I'll read the sentence. I laid the packages on the bed. All right? So these verbs are words that get mixed up all the time. Okay? Let's go back and we'll say sit and sat, okay? Sit means to rest or to be seated. Its principal parts are sit, sitting, sat, have, sat. I sit beside Kim in chapel. And sat. Set means to put or place something. Its principal parts are set, setting, set, have, set. Set the table for dinner, okay? So what do you notice about two of these? Which two are very similar or identical in meaning? Set and lay, right? They mean to put or place something, okay? But also these words share something else in common. They have other meanings, other things that they're used for that your sentence may not mean to put or place something, but they're still using set and it's still correct, but it may mean something slightly different, like the cackling hen laid an egg, okay? All right, so you should have done numbers 1 through 10 on Think See. So I want to go through and give you the answers to those just so that you can check them. And then you're going to do 11 through 22. And then we're going to look at our pages 242 and 243. These are mostly review. Well, 241 is finishing this up, but then 242 and 243 are a review of the troublesome verbs. And then we're going to look at some other troublesome verbs that have that are going to that sound the same but are spelled differently. So, but that's not today. Okay, so that'll be coming up. All right, so number 1, we did it together, but I'll give it anyway. So I'll just go through the answers. So 1 is laid, 2 is lay, 3 is lain with an N, 4. So you could say lies or lay, depending on if it's happening currently or if it happened in the past, okay? 5 is lay, 6 is lie, 7 is lay, 8, lie, and then lay, 9, lying, and then laying, 10, laid, oh, and then that's all you've done. So 11, let's do 11 together, okay? So I'll help you out with 11. When I went into the bedroom to blank down, I blank my hat on the shelf, okay? So when I went into the bedroom to blank down, let's start with that. What would we be doing? Are we reclining or putting or placing something? Sounds like reclining. Is there an object? No, there is not. So which one do we use? Lie or lay? Lie, we're reclining. So I lie down. I blank my hat on the shelf, okay? Are we reclining or putting or placing something? Okay, it sounds like putting or placing. What's the object? My hat, okay, hat. So which form of this do we use? Are we going to say, sorry, I lost my spot. I lay my hat on the shelf? Or would we say I laying the hat on the shelf? I laid my hat on the shelf, and there's not a have, so it's one of these three. Which one? Lay, laying, or laid? It's it happened in the past because it says when he went in to lie down, he laid his hat on the shelf. So past is laid. All right, so lie and then laid for 11. I'll let you do 12 through 22 all on your own. You will be just fine. And then turning the page, think A says write C in the blank if the italicized verb in each sentence is correct. Write I if it's incorrect, okay? So you're not having to, so all you're doing is writing C or I, okay? And then for think B, it says on notebook paper, rewrite each incorrect sentence in think A using the right verb this time, okay? So you'll rewrite the sentences that have a wrong verb. So let's do the first two together, okay? We sat in our new car for hours, okay? We sat in our new car for hours, all right? So sat is up here with sit, right? So this says rest or be seated. Were you resting or being seated in the car? I hope so. That sounds like it should be, okay? Is there an object? No, so it's correct, okay? So number one's correct. Number two, the fly laid on top of the water until a big fish swallowed it, okay? Laid, where does that fall? Oh, it falls down here with lay. Was the fly being put or placed somewhere? Or was the fly reclining? The fly was reclining, right? So this should be lay, L-A-Y, in the lie, lay, not down here. The past tense of lie being lay, all right? So this one should be lay. All right, so it is incorrect. When you rewrite the sentence, you write lay instead of laid, L-A-Y. Okay, so there I gave you the first two there and even the first one on think B on how to do that, okay? Think C says underline the correct verb in parentheses. We can do the first one together. Usually the women lay or lie their wash out on the riverbank to dry. Usually the women lay or lie their wash out on the riverbank to dry. All right. What is happening here, okay? Is something being put or placed, or is something reclining? Okay, and do you find an object that would be put or placed? Okay, it sounds like something is put or placed, right? And so there's an object, wash, okay? Their wash. Wash is their object. So which one do we use, lie or lay? If it's put or place, we use lay, okay? So underline lay. All right, so then you're gonna do the rest of those and ask yourself those questions, okay? Is something reclining or is something being put or placed? And do I have an object, okay? Because lay always needs an object, set always needs an object, okay? Okay, think D is just a story and it gives you the same thing. You're gonna underline the correct word in each set, the correct verb in each set. So the rocket sat or set on the launch pad, pointing its steel finger to the place that it would soon visit, the moon. Okay. So is the rocket reclining or is it being put or placed? And is there an object? Okay, so the rocket, well, the rocket's pretty big, and it looks like it's sitting or doing it's reclining, sorry. So which one would be reclining? Sit, right? So it would be sat. In this case, it's sat because it's the past tense. So your underlined sat. Okay. All right. So then you're going to finish those. So just find all of the ones in there that you need to pick one or the other. And then once you complete Think C on 241 all the way to Think D on page 243, then you are done for the day with language. And so I will see you in the next lesson.